Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, 2/20 of 2022. And this reminds me, these numerology is just beautiful for this month. We are still going on the daily Aquarian shift activation meditations. We go through Tuesday, and the recordings are all available, and I will say they will be beneficial to you even beyond Tuesday. So you're welcome to join us live. You're welcome to listen to the replays. You're welcome and encouraged to take advantage of this offer. It is offered at for a love donation, whatever you can afford to give. And if you have nothing, you can give that as well. Just give your heart, give your soul, give your not all, give your soul for the purpose of evolution and into higher consciousness and unity. You can find information for that at Joyfully Living Wellness. There are links on the website. You can also find it at joyfullylivingwellness.com/Aquarian-shift. Aquarian-shift. All right. And I do hope to see you there. I hope you'll take advantage of this offer. The Community for Conscious Living. Welcome. The Community for Conscious Living is dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Our topic for today, we continue in the series, The Answer is Love, Questions to Explore, as we transition into an era of peace. The topic for today is on abortion, and we're going to talk about the controversies and the compassion and the collective responsibility. This is a topic that is dear to my heart in that I have, thank God, and I mean that sincerely, I thank God it is not a decision that I have had to face personally in my own life with my own body. I know I certainly have put myself at risk enough, and I feel like I was blessed to not experience the consequences that many people I know did experience. I have personally sat and held space for a number of young girls who have been facing this issue, many of them alone, several of them after cases of incest and abuse, who have really struggled in the face of what do I do? I've got my life ahead of me. Just really even too young to understand their bodies, and they're faced with this situation. And I hear people judging and saying, well, you should have thought first. You shouldn't have gotten yourself into this situation. And now I live in Texas, whose our lawmakers have passed the strictest abortion law in this country, and several other states are following suit. The law says that there are no abortions after 6 weeks, with no exceptions even for rape or incest. And I have to say, when I feel the hearts of the young women who are representative of many young women in this country and around the world, I'm sure, my heart breaks. There's never a good choice to make. It's not an easy choice. It's not something that anyone says, wow, I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and this will be an easy choice. It's not an easy choice. And with the state of our culture, our societies, there is a big picture here. Our societies, we paint this culture, we create this culture where sexual freedom is touted, where sexual power is exploited and broadcast to children and adults through every form of media. And role models are created that encourage engaging in sexual activity irresponsibly. And our children and young adults are encouraged to follow this in order to fit in order to gain acceptance and love. And then laws are created that limit the resources available to those who find themselves in this difficult predicament. There is a lack of integrity and an incongruence between what is displayed as our social norms and what we expect of the developing members of our society. And this incongruence has created a situation that is heartbreaking. And as a collective, we all hold some level of responsibility. So I thank you for being here today, and I ask you to join me in prayers of compassion, prayers for understanding, and prayers for the collective of our culture, of our societies, of our humanity, to come into congruence and consistency and harmony. And thank God we are moving into an era of peace and love and compassion and universal harmony. Universal harmony is a part of that, and that's what we're about at Community for Conscious Living. So as we move into this era, a lot of the issues that have gotten us into this situation that has caused so much difficulty for so many people, they are going to be coming into universal harmony. There will be a congruence. And how can we lead the way for that congruence and fill our hearts with harmony and with compassion? How can we live in harmony and fill our hearts with compassion? So if you are someone who has personally struggled with abortion as a choice that you made that has weighed on your heart at any time or left any kind of scarring on your heart, you will find compassion and I hope healing here. If you're someone who seeks to understand others who have struggled with this dilemma, I hope that you will find clarity and understanding. And in any case, I hope you will join us in praying for the soul of the collective of our humanity. So let's go ahead and come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. Let's bring our focus, our attention into the center of our circle and let our energy bodies meet as one, as we are one. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to flood our entire virtual space with your ocean of eternal compassion. Rahman, Rahman. The ocean of eternal compassion. This is the ocean of our living consciousness. And the name in the sacred language of Arabic for this eternal compassion is Rahman. Rahman is the first emanation from the solo existence of God consciousness, and it is known as the womb of creation. The sound codes that make up this name, Ra, the radiating light, through the breath of source, the H, through the breath of source, the fluid existence, into the fluid existence, the N sound at the N means manifestation or soul. So the radiant light from source through the breath of source breathed into the fluid existence, into manifestation or soul. This is the name of compassion, And it is also the name for the womb, the Rahman, the ocean of eternal compassion, is the cosmic womb of the entirety of our creation, our existence. So let's meditate on the name of Rahman, the eternal compassion. And I invite you to breathe this into your body and allow your body to rest into this ocean of existence, the eternal compassion. And imagine yourself held in this ocean, the most loving, compassionate, gentle, yet strong, all containing and holding and nurturing and loving compassion. Take a deep breath, inhale it into your body, and as you exhale, let yourself drop down and land into it and rest into it. And allow your body to be like a sponge. Allow the sponge of your body to absorb this compassion. Take it in through every pore of your body, all the way through to the very center core of your being. Invite every cell of your body to drink in the water of this ocean of compassion. And allow every fiber of your being and the consciousness within every cell of your being to relax into this ocean and receive, 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 and receive. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your vibration of your pure divine light. The name for the pure divine light is Nur, which is the manifestation of the radiance of the light of Source. Just allow this pure divine light to also stream into our circle and into your being. Let it hold you, let it surround you, let it fill you. Let it just stream in through the top of your head, through the crown of your head, and fill the entire core of your body, this energy core that runs through the top of your head, all the way vertically along the front of your spine, and all the way down through your base. Let this be infused with pure divine light. And light in the Sufi teachings is that which shines on the existence to give us knowledge of it. So light brings knowledge. And in the Sufi teachings, often light is referred to as that which we know, and darkness is referred to as that which we do not know or do not yet know. So let the light shine through the core of your being, through the top of your head and into your head space, and all the way through, traveling through your vertical core into your heart space, and all the way through your vertical core into your belly space. And let all of this be filled with light and illuminate the knowledge within you, the innate knowledge and wisdom that your Source has breathed into your being, to give you knowledge of the truth, of the divinity of our existence. And still held in compassion, in love, just let this light shine on you and through you, illuminating the knowledge that was given to you as an innate part of your creation. And let's call now on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on your vibration of unconditional love, the Wadud, the all-encompassing life energy, embodied, reflecting the life energy of our source. Wadud. And let yourself just be filled with unconditional love. Let it give your heart and fill your heart with the love and compassion for yourself. Breathe that in. Let it fill your heart with the love and compassion for others. Breathe that in. And let it fill your heart for the sake of your existence as a being that has existence by the breath and life force of Source. Your mere existence is evidence of the light of Source present in this material realm. That is the truth of your existence. You have consciousness and life force by the breath of spirit within you. And it is true for everything else in creation, every other being of creation. Take a breath and breathe that in. Now, I invite you, just take a minute and let your conscious body, like the center of your conscious awareness, drop down into your heart and breathe from the center of your heart, and allow the ears of your heart to open and to listen and to receive. Open, listen, and receive. And I'll go ahead now and read from The Answer is Love, Questions to Explore as we transition into an era of peace. And this question is simply, what about abortion? The response is, this too is a part of the journey. With every decision, an opportunity to know yourself and to choose. You can never know fully and completely the struggles in someone's heart. It's difficult to even know fully and completely the struggles within our own hearts. Do not judge. Offer loving support to help the parents in their best option. Abortion should only happen in the first 120 days, the first 3 to 4 months. After that, at 120 days is when the soul is connected to the body. Meanwhile, know yourself. What is your situation? Can you safely bring this child into the world? If you cannot care for the child, can you give it to loving parents who can give it love and protection and guidance? If the circumstances are not safe for you, do not endanger your life or the life of the child. A child is a gift, not meant to break your heart or your body. The decision is a part of the journey to know yourself and know love. Which is more loving for you? Which is more loving for a child? Can you choose love without attachment or judgment, without guilt or shame? but trust. And with trust and compassion, with self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. Your source, I know what is in your heart. Only I know what is at the depth of your heart, and you can know. Seek what is in the depths of your heart. Choose what is love for you, without judgment, and trust. If you know someone who is struggling, be the love for them. Do not hold judgment or pictures or beliefs about what they should or should not do. Let go of old boxes. You do not know what all is in their hearts. You do not know what I am making for them with their journey. Only I know. I am the judge and no one else. Your role is to be love, to reflect love, to hold a space of love so they can get clarity. Once their decision is made, support them. They need support. What comes from it will be part of their journey to carry forward and deal with as needed over time. And still, your role is to be the love. It's about the journey to know love, no matter what crosses your path, and through whatever crosses your path at whatever time, in whatever order. Help them keep returning to love, and you do the same. Be the love. Know love. The answer is love. Be the love. Know the love. The answer is love. So I want to add some just beautiful science about, I've studied Sufism, and I've studied about the Sufi beliefs about the different schools of thought about abortion and about, when is okay. And there is some that say 6 weeks and some that say 120 days. 6 weeks is, when the heartbeat is first detected. 120 days is when the soul enters in and there is life force within the physical. The interesting thing is there's a study that was done called the helical heart. And the heart in the formation of the embryo. The heart is originally a tube, one long tube. And through a mysterious, miraculous, I don't think science has understood this yet, but there is a turning and turning and turning and turning and turning of this tube until the tube curls up and folds in on itself and forms the shape and the chambers of the heart. And at the time when the heartbeat is first detected, the heart is still a tube. And at the time of the time that the soul comes in, before the soul comes in, the heart has actually formed its shape and developed a muscular support around the formation of the heart. That is the heart that we know. But there have been, what is the name of the doctor? I'll find his name. Excuse me. Who's done dissections where he was able to unravel the heart and a adult heart and unravel it and return it to its tube. Now, what I find really interesting about this is that, one says when the heartbeat is detected, when it's still the tube. The other one says basically when the soul is present, when the heart is formed and the musculature support around it is protecting the heart. The name for heart in the sacred language of Arabic is qalb, The meaning of kolb is to turn, and the nature of the heart is to constantly be turning between the realm of the conditional and the unconditional, between the realm of unity and the world of multiplicity. And the heart, the nature of the heart within your body, is constantly turning between the two and comparing and contrasting between, all right, what does my unity consciousness know? What does my divine being, my divine essence know of truth? And what am I witnessing in this world? And how can I make sense between the two? And how can I be in this world and honor the truth within my own being? That's the nature of the heart, to always be turning between those two realms and faced with decision after decision after decision. And I find it just absolutely fascinating how the development, fetal development of the heart and the soul entering into the presence of the developing fetus coincides with the schools of thought and the points of controversy. And so I just wanted to throw that in as information and, I guess, food for thought. And so again, just let your heart take in that information if it chooses to, if it wants to. And perhaps that can give some insight into your own inner knowing and your own inner love and compassion, your own inner sense of unity and oneness with all, your own inner sense of wanting to honor divine truth in every way, in every realm. And I want to invite you at this time to just offer an intention, a prayer from your heart. Again, if your heart is seeking healing for a personal experience, then I invite you to make that prayer and offer that into the center of our circle. If your heart is seeking to understand and have compassion or forgiveness or be supportive for someone else, then I offer you the space to make that prayer and intention into the center of our circle, and of course directly to your source. It's about you and your source more so than our circle. Our circle is the sacred space to hold a clear space for you to do this. And in any case, I invite you to join me in prayers for healing for our society, for the soul of our humanity, that sets up the impossible conditions. Our culture, as I believe I already said, our culture just exploits sexuality and the power of sexuality and creates role models based on this powerful nature. And it touts sexual freedom, and it touts sexuality as a publicly as a means of exerting your power and your individuality and your unique and powerful self in the world. And this influence does not escape anyone on this planet, or especially in this country. And I feel like there is a total incongruence, a disconnection between what we put out into our culture and then what we expect of our humanity and especially our children. And when they get into the difficult predicaments, we're not going to be there to support them in it. I feel like this is heartbreaking and irresponsible. And that's my personal feeling. You may feel differently because I also hear, yes, God makes what God makes. God has the wisdom. God has the knowing. God is the all-knowing and the understanding. And that we are, how are we to go against what God makes? But God makes for every human being their struggles on this planet and the things that we are here, the challenges we're here to face, the struggles we're here to walk with. And it's all a part of the whole. So as we offer these prayers into our circle, and the prayers, I offer the prayers for every human being that walks the face of this earth. And I offer it for the human beings because we are the ones that have the free will and that are here to separate from our divine knowing and to make the mistakes that we call mistakes that are a part of the divine orchestration. And all of it has a place in the whole of our hero's journey or heroine's journey to first separate from self, and then to recognize the pain and the struggle of the separation, and eventually to find our way back home to know ourselves and to know our source. So let's offer the Ho'oponopono prayer for everything that has been offered into the center of our circle, all of the prayers and intentions. Let's use the Ho'oponopono, which is the 4-part prayer, the Hawaiian prayer, a sacred prayer of forgiveness, of remorse, of forgiveness, of love, and of gratitude. And the 4 parts are, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And again, as a member of the collective consciousness, the poet Rumi says, you're not a drop in the ocean, you're the ocean in a drop. We all contain a part of the whole. So if you feel like this doesn't affect you directly, then make the prayers and intention on behalf of the collective of which you are an integral part. A thread interwoven into the tapestry of life, made of the same source and cut from the same spool as all of the other thread. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And allow your heart to feel as you speak, to feel the remorse, if not for yourself and your own mistakes and judgments, for the mistakes and judgments of our society. And if you totally disagree with me and you feel like I'm making a mistake, pray for that too. I'm sorry, and allow your heart to feel the remorse on behalf of that for which you feel is the mistake. Please forgive me. And as you ask for that forgiveness, Let the asking release from your heart and allow yourself to receive the forgiveness, to be forgiven, to receive the forgiveness on behalf of yourself and on behalf of the collective of our humanity and the cosmic soup we swim in. Receive the forgiveness. I love you. Let the love reverberate through every drop of ocean and the ocean within every drop, including your own. Thank you. And let your heart bow in gratitude, and let that bowing of your heart ripple throughout the cosmic soup, the entire ocean, the ocean of living consciousness. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And I just sense this rippling through so many parts of our culture, through the rape culture, the abuse culture, through the sex trafficking culture, through the exploitation for profit culture, through so many layers of our existence, of our collective existence. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And breathe this in. And I invite you to breathe your energy and this love, this forgiveness, this gratitude. I invite you to breathe it in all the way into the core of your body, all the way into your vertical core. And as you exhale, let yourself drop down and land into your pelvic bowl and center your presence into that center of gravity at the center of the ball that sits on top of your pelvic bowl. Right in the center of that ball, if there were a round ball sitting on top of your pelvic bowl, there would be a dot right in the center of that ball in your body, a little bit lower than your belly button, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Just let your center of gravity sit right there. And if you are a woman, just feel your presence in your womb center. And let your presence be there and receive this gratitude, receive this love, receive this compassion, receive this remorse, this forgiveness. Receive it all into your body and allow yourself to be the love, to be the compassion, to be the forgiveness, to be the gratitude. All of these lead to a unity consciousness and to an existence of universal harmony, where all of the various pieces and parts of this great existence are divinely orchestrated to flow in harmony with each other. And as we move into this era of peace, it is like, if you've been with us through the Aquarian Shift activation meditations, and I hope you have. If not, it's not too late. You can still get the replays. We really are moving through a gateway into an era, like the age of Aquarius, which is about harmony, love, understanding, peace, compassion. And imagine shifting into that era where this is the way of the world. Let your imagination run with that and feel what that would feel like, and let that feeling ripple through the fluids of your entire being and into your cellular consciousness. And be there. Be there. Feel yourself in that love, harmony, understanding, compassion, and peace. The whole world with you. Hard to imagine from the 3D time-space realm. We are moving through a gateway into a new existence. And our relationships with each other will be very different. Our relationships with ourselves will be very different. I don't know how we will, or if we will have the same considerations around childbirth. I don't know if our struggles, I do believe they'll be greatly different, but I don't know to what extent the decision to have children will weigh into that or will play into that. I don't know. But I do believe we will have greater clarity, and that we don't need to know in order to transform. So as you sit in that place of peace and harmony and understanding, allow the flow to move through you and to restructure your being so that all of these pieces and parts come into a relationship of flow and harmony with each other within your own being. Because you carry the template of the collective consciousness, and as you move into the era of love and peace and compassion, understanding, and universal harmony, allow the flow to move through you and restructure and repattern your being so that you carry the template of love and peace and harmony now. Carry it within your body, within your consciousness, with every breath, in every cell. And allow every new cell, as it's regenerated within your body, to be generated in this template of the love and the peace and the harmony and the compassion and the understanding and the unity consciousness. We're constantly, our bodies have old cells dying off and new cells regenerating. So just know that if you put yourself into this intention, allow every cell of your body to be regenerated in the new template. And as the old cells die off, allow the old patterning and programming to die along with it. Allow yourself to be completely regenerated in the new. And breathe in that light, that love, that compassion, the universal harmony. Breathe it in all the way into your core. And as you exhale, let it drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, your I am center. And be the unity. Be a unifying source within our existence. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. All right, and with that, I'll end our meditation for today. You're welcome to stay on for discussion, for Q&A. If you're listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. To find information on joining the call live, go to joyfullylivingwellness.com, joyfullylivingwellness.com. You'll find the information there. You can also go to communityforconsciousliving.com. Sign up while you're there to receive updates and notifications, reminders about the weekly calls and also the replays. And you'll also receive occasional emails about any other things we have going on, such as the Aquarian Shift activation meditations, which are currently underway through Tuesday. And with that, I'll end the recording and open for the Q&A. I thank you very much for being with us today.